Good afternoon, children. Today you will revise chapter Force and Pressure. Children, you have read in class 7th about motion. What is motion? When the position of an object changes with respect to its surrounding, then the object is said to be in motion. You have also read about uniform and non-uniform motion. But what is the cause of motion? You haven't read. The cause of motion is force. Today you will read about force. All of you know, children, an object is at rest and it remains at rest unless and until you apply force on it. If you have to change the position of a table or almirah or a chair in the room, then you have to push it. Okay, children? So when you push the table, when you push the almirah, its position can be changed. Only your presence cannot change the position of your table. So when you push the table, you are applying force. Or when you pull the table, you are applying force. Or when a ball is kept on the floor, it is at rest. If you have to bring it in motion, you have to kick the ball. Again, when you kick the ball, you are applying force. A bucket is there and you have to change the position of the bucket. You have to lift the bucket. Again you are applying force. So push or pull on an object, or you can say push, pull, kick or lift. All these are forces. Okay, children? When you push the object, when you pull the object, there is an interaction between you and the object. So force comes into play when there is an interaction between the two objects. Push or pull on an object is called force. It is an external agency which can change the position of an object. If an object is at rest, it can come into motion. If the object is in motion, it can come to rest by applying force. So force is an external agency which can change the position of an object. Push or pull or kick or lift, all these are forces which comes into play when there is an interaction between the two objects. If you have to change the position of your study table in the room, your presence cannot change the position of the study table. But if you apply force, if you push the study table, then the position of the study table may change. So this pull is force. Similarly, if you have to open the drawer of your study table, what you do, children? You pull the drawer. Again you are applying force. And there is interaction between you and the drawer of the table. Okay? Similarly, children, an almirah is kept in the room. You have to change its position. You have to push it. Push, pull, lift, kick, all these are forces which comes into play when there is an interaction between the two objects. When the interaction ceases, the force stops to work. Now, you will see, children, activity is given in your book in which you have to write about the description of situation, action, efforts lead to force. For example, drawing a bucket from a well. When you draw a bucket from a well, have you ever got the chance to draw a bucket from a well? If you have some connection with your village, some of you must have got this chance. Then, what do you observe, children? When you draw a bucket from a well, you are pulling the rope. You are applying force. This pull is, when you pull the rope, this pull is force. And there is interaction between you and the rope. The force comes into play. What is the does the effort involve an interaction between the two objects? Yes, there is an interaction between you and the rope. What is action here? You can write pull. Effort leads to force, yes or no? You will write yes. Effort leads to force. In this way, some examples are given, like opening or closing a table drawer. Once I told you, children, when you open the drawer, you are pulling the drawer. Here pull is acting. When you close the drawer, of a table, what you do? Again, you are pushing the drawer. So here both are acting, both push and pull. Opening and closing of drawer means when you are opening, you are pulling. When you are closing the drawer of the table, you are pushing. So here you can say description of situation, action, pull and push. Effort leads to force. Yes. Does the effort involve an interaction between two objects? Yes, there is an interaction between you and the drawer of the table. Other examples are also there. Squeezing wet clothes for drying. Again, you can say here you are also applying force. Pedaling a bicycle, again you are applying force. In this way, you can see in all these examples, you can conclude push or pull upon an object when there is an interaction between the two objects is called force. When you push an object, when you pull an object, this push or pull on an object comes into play when there is an interaction between the two objects. Then this push or pull on an object is called force. Now, effects of force. What are the effects of force? So, children, you have seen what is the cause of motion. If a ball is kept on the floor, it will not come in motion unless and until you apply force on it. When you kick the ball comes into motion. This kicking the ball is, you are applying force. So, what do you conclude, children? Push, pull, kick, lift on an object is called force. Now, the next topic is effects of force. First effect, force can change the motion of an object. If an object is at rest, you can bring it in motion. For example, a ball is kept on the floor. It is at rest. When you apply force, you can bring it in motion. When you kick the ball comes into motion. So, first effect is force can change the state of motion of an object. If an object is at rest, you can bring it in motion by applying force. Similarly, if an object is in motion, you can apply force to bring it at rest. A ball is coming to fielder. When the fielder applies force, the ball comes into rest. Again, you see, by applying force, the moving object can be brought at rest. So, force can change the state of motion, means force can bring a body which is at rest in motion, or if an object is in motion, force can bring it at rest. Next thing, children, force can change the direction of motion of an object, and it can also change the speed of a moving object. For example, children, a ball is coming to batsman. Batsman can apply force at an angle. Then what will happen? the direction of the ball will change, and the speed of the moving object will also change. So force can change the direction of a moving body, and force can also change the speed of a moving body. If the force is applied in the same direction of motion, its speed will increase. Okay children? If a ball is in motion and you are applying force in the same direction of motion, its speed will increase. If a ball is coming to you and you are applying force from the opposite direction, its speed will decrease. So, when the force is applied in the same direction of motion, its speed increases. When the force is applied in opposite direction of motion of an object, its speed decreases. So, this is about the effect of force. Force can also change the shape and size of an object. You must have seen children, your mother, when she makes chapati from dough, she is applying force, and the shape and size of the dough can be changed. Dough can be changed into a chapati by applying force. Similarly, when you apply force on the toothpaste, again its shape and size changes. You must have seen children potter making pots of different shape and sizes. Again, the potter applies force on the kneaded clay to make different shapes and sizes of pots. There are so many examples. When you squeeze a lemon, what happens? Its shape and size changes. So, what I mean to say that force can change the shape and size of an object. Once again, I am summarizing children. Force can change the motion of an object. If an object is at rest, force can bring it in motion. If an object is in motion, force can bring it at rest. Next thing children, force can change the direction of the moving object. It can also change the speed of the moving object. Example you have seen children, if a ball is coming to batsman, batsman can apply force at an angle, and its speed will change and its direction will also change. Okay children, if a ball is coming to batsman, the batsman can apply force at an angle, and it can change the direction of motion of the ball, and it can also change the speed of the moving ball. So, you have seen force can change the direction of the moving object, and force can also change the speed of the moving object. So, you have seen children, force is an external agency which can change the motion of an object. Force can also change the shape and size of the object. Force can also change the direction of a moving object, and it can also change the speed of a moving object. If the force is applied in the same direction of motion of an object, its speed will increase, and if the force is applied in opposite direction of motion of the object, its speed will decrease. All these are the effects of force. Now, the next topic is factors associated with the magnitude of force. There are two factors which determine the magnitude of force. First factor is mass of the object, and second factor is speed acquired by the object. These are the two factors which determine the magnitude of the force. Okay children? For example, if a lighted car is kept on a horizontal plane and one loaded truck is kept on the horizontal plane, then on which object you will have to apply more force to bring it in motion? Children, you can say that you will need more force on the loaded truck to bring it in motion. It means that the magnitude of force depends upon mass of the object. It is easier to bring a car in motion because its mass is less, whereas you need to apply more force on the loaded truck to bring it in motion. So here you see that the magnitude of force depends upon mass, and the car will acquire more speed. So two factors are there which determine the magnitude of force. First factor is mass and second factor is speed acquired by the object. Next topic is children. There is a device to measure the force of an object, and name of the device is spring balance. It is available in the laboratory, which can be used to measure the force of an object. The unit of force is Newton. Okay children, so this is all about force. Now all of you will revise all these topics, and if you will have any query, again you can ask me. Thank you children.